Good morning. Good morning. Oh. Good morning, good morning. Man, today was a hard day to get up. Today was a hard day to get on. I almost just like hit the snooze and like went to town. But you know what? We got here. Yeah. I don't know. Bad day at work. And then, I don't know. It's getting your head sometimes about the stupidest things. And it drives you nuts. But again, like small blip of time things. You know, you kind of have to have an existential crisis. Hey, good morning, Gamer Comics. You have to realize it doesn't really matter. You know, the small things that upset you the most. Whatever. Especially things that are out of your control. Like stuff going on in the world. You know, it's time to go turtle mode. And just focus on myself. Like, if I can't help myself, how am I supposed to help anything else? It's like that thing they always tell you when you're on the plane, you know. Oxygen mask will drop from the ceiling. Please assist yourself before you assist others. So that's what I'm doing with this. Get a workout in. Help myself. Get rid of these. Get rid of that. Get the day started. Get my mind in a better place. Oh, God, I don't know why I'm so tired. I went to bed early last night. I went to bed at like 11. Why am I so tired? Bucky D. Larson? I don't know what that means, but good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Pops. Good morning, good morning. I'm having a rough morning, but we're here. We're getting past it. Blip in time.
MR_Seeker said, hearing my new bangers.
Yeah, Mr. Seeker, yeah. I saw that Suno has a new model out, so. Very exciting. Positivity key, yeah, that's right. Just gotta do things to make me, put me in a better mood. And this is one of them, you know. As much as I dread this sometimes, when I'm done with it, every time I like turn off the camera and I'm done with that workout, I feel good. So,
I'm building them like I'm eating candy.
God bless Bucky. Thank you. I don't know why you call me Bucky, but. I'm building them like I'm eating candy, yeah. Oh my God. Hey, Reaper, thank you for the follow.
Also, building a new AI.
Oh, okay. Too early to say what it is. You want to tease a little bit more? Is it a new text gen model? A new image model? What are we talking about, Mr. Seeker?
No transformers.
No transformers. Okay. Hey, you make it, I'll try it out. I've been curious to play around with inserting, some mornings.
In fact, I'm trying to build it so that it can literally think for itself.
Oh, there you go. Kind of like a auto GPT, something that, or Claude plays Pokemon, something that has a good loop. Some mornings, I'm still a small streamer. Some mornings it's kind of quiet.
No
I'm just
transformers.
talking to myself.
A brain.
Oh, shit. You're just going to go rob a morgue. You're going to Frankenstein. Modern day Frankenstein. Say chicken jockey. Oh, no. The new activation words. It's like we're all living in Pee-wee's Playhouse, and chicken jockey is the word of the day. Except it is now just life. Just scream that at a mall and watch kids go ape shit. Like, what was that for our generation? What was the chicken jockey equivalent? I don't know if there was one.
A totally new architecture that is not Transformers.
Stuff, Tamagotchi, Furby. Yeah, what would something to elicit a similar reaction? I guess there's nothing at movie theater.
What was our
a lot
chicken
of people
moment?
compare it to like Rocky Horror,
Halo.
this Minecraft stuff. What was our chicken moment? I don't know. Halo? Okay. Yeah, Smash Bros. I don't know. What's like a phrase that would make people go insane? Yeah, I don't know.
Halo, Doom, too recognizable.
Too recognizable, yeah. I mean, I guess I can't think of any. I can think of too many at the same time. Chicken jockey. Oh no, it's begun. The chicken jockening. All you need is 2 chicken jockeys for it to
Just think
spread.
what would happen if the Doom theme kicks in.
Just lift weights. Cardio is going to take longer. I do both. I do a little bit of cardio at the start, and I do the rest is lifting weights. But thank you, Bobby. Thank you for the tip. I am wondering if I've been doing too much cardio, because I do 30 minutes. I've been thinking about cutting it down to 15, and then lifting weights for longer. I don't know. Hey, I'm getting results. We've been trending downward. I'm 260. I was 287 on January 3rd of this year. So we're getting there. We're getting there. I appreciate the advice, though. Yeah. Yeah, the Doom theme is very iconic. Oh, that was Metallica, I think, but didn't realize how similar they were. I just don't got. I feel like what is really. It's not that I don't want to wake up and go to work out. It's that I don't want to go to work.
Also,
Man, I
if
just
you
get
like
so
the name of the AI
in my
model,
head sometimes.
Emergent One.
Oh, nice. Oh, anyway, I was talking about, sometimes it gets pretty quiet in here. You know, nobody's watching the chat. Nobody's, like, talking to me on Twitch or YouTube. So I was thinking about making, like, ChatGPT has it, like, just talking to the bot. I just got to figure out how to hook it up so you guys can hear. But, tweak it a little bit. You know, I don't want to use the ChatGPT app because I want to talk about some weird stuff. So I might use like the old...
You can always invite me to the talk.
There you go. Thank you, Mr. Seeker. But you're not going to be there all the time. And I feel like that is a difference. Like, even bad text-to-speech, it still feels like easier if I'm just like talking into a mic and that's transcribing it and then sending it to the AI. Feels more conversational, like simple tweak, but I don't know. I've gotten together with the boys.
Goopsie?
You talking to Goopsie? That's not a bad idea. But, yeah, and we were hanging out and we, Charlie is, pretty addicted to the AI. And so he'll pull it out and just start talking to it. And we'll start asking it weird stuff. And it's always kind of fun. It's like having another person there almost. And then we turn it out because it gets stupid. But, as a last resort. So I'm not just talking to a wall. Might be something to play around with. Maybe something to, open source for small streamers. Like, hey, I realize you got no viewers. Here, have this stupid AI talk to you. It's not good, but it's better than nothing. Load in your whatever model you want.
I would love to have a better STT.
Better speech to text. That's something people don't talk about. I think with AI and stuff, I've noticed an improvement to speech to text for sure. But yeah, it's still not what it should be. Because it misrecognizes proper nouns all the time. And some people's cadence and way they speak, it's like obvious to us, but the computer always switches up the words on them. Anyway, yeah, better speech to text would be amazing. Because there's nothing more frustrating than going, hey, what's the weather like today? The weather is in Antonio, or San Antonio, Texas. It's like, did I ask about San Antonio, Texas? I said today. How did you confuse that for San Antonio? You go from whimsy to rage. There's nothing quicker than a robot mishearing you. When you say it clearly and concisely, and then that second time you go, weather today in my city. And then it starts bringing up news articles, and you're even more mad. You're like, no, this isn't what I asked. Oh. So now this question you mildly had a curious answer to. You're about to throw your computer out the window. When before people just didn't ask. Such is life. Technology makes things easier and more infuriating at the same time. When I was in high school, I was kind of like, well, this is not fair to my parents. Everything was kind of switching over to online stuff. But they could still pay via mail and stuff. And that lasted for a long time. But now, I feel like so many places are like, well, unless you're already grandfathered, then you can't do that anymore. So if you have to sign up for a new service or something, I don't know, it's just really hard on old people. I worry what's going to happen to us. I think for millennials, we're in like the pocket. We're in between two worlds. We know the old and we have the new. And I think being kids of the internet, I think we'll know how to look stuff up. I hope so. Because I hope things aren't going to be so confusing that we have no idea what the heck is going on, like our parents. Hey, good morning, Chandru. I hope. It might be inevitable. You know, you always joke about the game sphere or the grandpa doesn't have a neural implant. What an idiot. And you're like, I have seen computers fuck up so badly. I don't want that into my brain. Okay, good luck, grandpa. You can't do math on the spot. You can't do calculus on the fly. You're so old. Just get the brain chip, grandpa. Never. Spit all over my mic.
Think, I can write documents faster than my mother ever could.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I don't know, actually. Because when, the brief age where computers were just like rooms full of hundreds of women, I think they were pretty fast at, like, using a typewriter and stuff. But I get your point, yeah, in terms of the digital age being faster. My typing is pretty abysmally slow. Like, maybe slightly below average for people that are not even programmers. But, it works for me. My key placement, I learned proper key placement, but I could never use my pinkies, so I had to throw it all out the window. When I tried to use my pinkies, do you see that? My, ring finger moves with it. And I've heard you can train out of that. Like, a lot of people who play musical instruments can move all their fingers independently. But I've been trying for a long time, and I still haven't been able to, so. You know what I want like physical therapy for one real thing, like that's not like $1 bajillion. Like, can I take a night class for physical therapy where I just show up to like City Hall or something, or a library, and can do the stupid exercises? Because physical therapy is really boring. It's just like, here are the exercises you do them 100 times a day, every day. That's what I had to do physical therapy for my tongue, because my tongue was like attached to the bottom of my mouth, like way to the front of my teeth, and they had to like snip it, and then I kind of had to relearn how to use my tongue because it was like pushing from the middle and not the tip. Very strange. Anyway, physical therapy for that was, literally that. Every week I'd come in, I'd do the same thing. They should be like, hey, you're not doing your thing. Keep doing it. And then eventually I think my mom realized this is going to go on forever. He's good enough. I think my body just naturally adapted to the new way. Anyway. I also wish, I don't know how to make this economically feasible. I wish there was a program where I could like leave my job for like 2 weeks and then go learn another skill. Like, I wish I could just, like, understudy with, like, a line cook, or understudy with, like, a drywaller, or understudy with, like, a carpenter. You know what I mean? Get these skills that I could, like, learn in 2 weeks that will help me for the rest of my life. You know, just basic skills. A lot of trade stuff. 2 weeks with a mechanic. You know. What do you do? What's your, like, how do you triage stuff? That will help me save a ton of money by not just taking it in my car all the time. I mean, I guess I don't take it in all. I haven't needed to take it in since I bought a new car. But when I had my old piece of crap 2012 Escape, that thing needed to be taken in like every month. I hated that. It made me so mad. Because that was kind of like, you know, I got sold a lemon. You know, I said it would never happen to me. And then it did. Here's the situation what happened. I had a lease. I was like searching early for Escapes. And this was 2018, 2019 maybe. I guess maybe 2017. Anyway, not important. I was looking for Escape. And my lease was coming up. And I had like 2 months. And I found an Escape. I would go to the dealership to test drive it. And they'd be like, oh, we don't have it anymore. I go, damn. And it was like the day of. I would call them. I go, is this Escape still there? Yeah. Got there, sold it. Damn. That happened like 3 or 4 times. And now, you know, I need to like take an afternoon off work, go visit, drive up there. That's why I would always call. And then they would say they have it, then they sold it. Or something was wrong with it. So now, you know, the process of looking at 3 or 4 cars, you know, my lease is almost up. I've got like a week left. So I go to a damn dealership. I see an Escape, and I don't do a thorough look at it. Or else I would have seen all the rust. And I saw the Carfax, and it was enormous. But I was like, hey, at least they took it in. What an idiot I was. You know, if the Carfax is super long, say no. You want a Carfax that's like one line. Someone purchased it, and that's it. And they didn't have any problems with it. So stupid. Hey, Politions. Good morning. How's it going? Anyway, I suffered with that car. That was probably the most challenging, you know, car I've ever had to deal with. It was so frustrating to have your car. The one thing you want to be reliable, you know, mess up your day. Oh, I have to take it in again. And people were like, what the hell? Get it, homie, thank you. But yeah, having car troubles, it's embarrassing. People were like, just get a new car. But I had like just dropped all this money. And then I didn't, you know, if you've never bought a car that's a lemon, hey, thanks for the gift there. Lemon law, you have to take it back to the dealer that sold it to you, which feels bad. I'm going to take it back to the guy that just scammed me so he can scam me more maybe. But for lemon law, that's literally what you have to do. And for me, I said, hell no. So I took it to a family friend mechanic who also screwed me. I didn't realize, you know, he was doing bad financially. He took me for a ride, gave me a bunch of service that I didn't need. That didn't feel good either. So now I'm getting screwed by 2 car people. It sucked so much. And then eventually, you know, my friendly mechanic, friend of the family, he was like, oh, you need like another $1,000 worth of work. And you know what? I just was like, no. I'm just going to take this Whatever they give, whatever the dealership gives me for trade-in value,
Thank
I'm
you
taking
for
it.
the
I'm
4
getting a
long
new
months
card.
of subscribing MR_Seeker.
Hey! Thanks, Mr. Seeker, for resubscribing. Thank you. Sometimes it feels like the car is more than a shop. More in the shop than on the road, yeah. Oh, I hate that. But, you know, I bought a new car in 2020, I think. 2021, maybe. And I have not had any problems since.
Volkswagen official said, I wonder at what factory do they make all the Italians car salesmen.
Yeah. Oh, that makes me mad. I hate that you have to deal with somebody so scuzzy.
MR
that's why I kinda like-
Seeker said, China.
Good morning, Bulk. I love Carvana and, you know, drive time. You know, take the dealer out of the
That's
equation.
why they became so expensive lately.
Vet a car that's kind of okay. I can see the Carfax right away. I don't have to deal with this guy who's got something to prove. He wants to buy his wife another diamond brooch. And he's trying to take me for a ride and sell me the shittiest card on the lot. Hey, good morning, Bowser's Big Bean Burrito. What's going on? Anyway. You know, the real hope is I never have to own a car. I've always dreamt about living in a big city with good public transit. But then I went to New York and that's too many people. I wish I had good public transit in like, you know, in a suburb. You know, which is like, I think only Japan has that. You know, major cities connected to each other. You know, you're a stop along the way. That would be, I feel like, my ideal situation. Close enough to the city where I could go in, do stuff on the weekend, far away enough from the city where it's quiet. I don't know. Rural is too far away from anything. Gets too uncomfortable, too lonely. Suburbs is the perfect medium, for me anyway. I love it.
Volkswagen official said, they don't even make suburbs with sidewalks no more.
Yeah, all stroads.
MR_Seeker
stroads.
said, I'm there. Issue is that it's taking me half hour just to get to the metro.
Oh, there you go. I'd want to be in a suburb that is a stop. You know? That is like a, you know, a train stop or something. Like, nothing really has this other than Japan. Nothing I can think of. This morning was a rough one. Hey, good morning, Blake.
Then you are not in the beautiful fields that I am.
I had a hard time waking up this morning. Something's in the air. Yeah, pollutions. That is the pros and cons. You know, the double-edged sword. I would love to, which is why Japan also works, because Tokyo is so quiet. It's a huge city, one of the biggest cities in the world, and on a Saturday night, you could hear like a pin drop a mile away. In fact, if you hear anybody screaming, it is normally a very drunk foreigner. It is bizarre. Did not want to work out. Took everything I had to get out. Hey, Blake, you got it in. Same here. You know, just started up.
Drunk foreigner or Johnny Somali.
Johnny Somali.
Volkswagen official said,
Currently in a
what about
depressive state.
Cario
Sorry to
beating
hear
up
that,
some
Blake.
goons at the street?
It'll pass.
That's Camerco.
It's hard to feel that, though, when you're in it. Fucking sucks. I've never been there. You know, I've had the moments of depression, but nothing like clinical, like mood swings are so insane sometimes, yeah. Americans are just very loud people. Yes. I had a big problem. My wife many a time had to go, Jason, you're screaming at me. And I just get excited. I don't know what it is. You know, I guess I just learned to talk from my diaphragm exclusively. You know, not when I'm just trying to be loud.
MR_Seeker said, how to distinguish an American from a Karen? You cannot.
I guess not. The Bob.
Thank you for the follow, Aipd.
Muffin boy.
Hey, thank you for the follow. Woo! All right, let's lift some weights. Oh, 30 minutes on the bike, 30 minutes of lifting weights. Woo-wee. Do you ever use the box TV in the back? I actually set that up because I was like, you know, maybe I'll do Tybo. I have some old Tybo VHSs, and this VHS player works. And, you know, I don't know.
Byzantiadev said, King of the Hill might be the show I've seen the most in passing without ever actively watching it.
Oh, there you go. I love King of the Hill. I can't wait for the new stuff. But the problem with the VHS tapes is you gotta rewind them.
Smash Brothers Melee enthusiasts will pay some good money for it.
These are only like 30-minute tapes. What a scam. They tried to sell you a lot of tapes. You can fit 3 hours on one tape, and yet Billy Blanks has like a set of 7 tapes that are all 30 minutes long. Stupid Billy Blanks trying to scam the American consumer. Well, now we're doing some investigation. You piece of crap. You know, you sold me 1 tape's worth of content, and you made it $70 because you sold me 7 tapes. Titanic has 2 tapes, yeah. I think it depends on the frame rate. I think max you could fit in is like 3 hours. If you're doing high quality stuff, though, I think max is like 90 minutes, 80 to 90 minutes. All right, let's lift some weights. Let's see where we're at. 132. Okay. Towel off here. Oh. Biceps, triceps, you know, some rows, and yeah, maybe I'll try to get some chest stuff in.
And the tape sitch point is when Rose's hand hots the car window.
Oh, yeah. That's
if you know what I mean.
Switch moment. Did they do it just for that? Was James Cameron that much of a mad lad that he like was playing? He knew. For the VHS copy, I gotta make the hot hand scene right dead point middle of the movie. All right, here we go. Oh. Pollutions. I had this exact same problem. When I bought this bike, the seat was a rock. It hurt so badly for me to ride on it. I was like, maybe it's because I'm really fat, and maybe it's just because my butt will get used to it. My butt never got used to it. Someone told me you could get like gel seats online. I don't know why they don't just sell those to begin with, but I'll post a seat I got online. It's Blue Wind. I don't know. It's whatever.
Thickrat_ said, it was me.
Hey, yeah, Thickrat. Wow, you've been summoned. Yeah, Thickrat told me about this gel seat. It's way comfortable. Honestly, I've never had an issue since. Wider, you know, gel seat. It has like some weird shock absorbers. I don't know if that's just for looks or whatever. But totally solved my issue. So if you're looking into it, look for a seat replacement. It's kind of insane how to figure out, but I guess all like bike seats have kind of like a standard. So it's a little intimidating at first, but once you change it out, you'll be like, oh, okay. Anyway. Hey, what's up, Thick Rat? Good morning. Good to see you. It's been a while. We're at 260, Thick Rat. We've been at it. Making good progress. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 2. Whoa, something's wrong with my right arm. All right. All right, no bicep stuff. Oh, shit. Okay. Let's figure something else out here. Oh, damn. I might want to lift lighter. I don't think I want to lift at all. Damn, that sucks. I don't know what just happened. Ooh. A little bit of tightness in my left arm there. Ooh, that feels weird. I can feel like a tendon.
I think James Acaster knows about my AI images. He's posing with Colonel Sanders in his new show photo.
Now I'm kind of scared to lift any weights. What could I do? You know what? I don't like it, but I think I'm just going to get on the bike for the rest of the... Anyway. You good, man? Yeah, I'm okay, Blaze. Yeah, I've been lifting heavy. I think I've been going too damn hard on the bicep stuff. Anyway. All right, let's get back on the bike. We'll just finish it out. 60 minutes of cardio. It's not the best, but, you know, it's better than doing nothing. Ooh. Oh, damn.
You're both welcome for the tip LMAO. My ass always hurt on any bike.
Honestly, life-changing, Thick Rat. You know, it's such a simple thing. You're like, yeah, sure, whatever. Buy a new seat. But then you, as soon as I tried it out, I go, oh, this actually feels good. Yeah, you were 100% right. Yeah, why do they, you know why they do it? Is because it's just like, they buy it for gyms and stuff, and they just want it to last as long as possible. So they make it out of the hardest plastic ever. How long you been going? I've been doing this exercise, Yetri, since January 3rd of this year. So today is day 126. I normally do like an hour every weekday morning. So I'll do like 30 minutes on the bike and 30 minutes of weightlifting. Today I'm doing an hour on the bike. Just because I was lifting weights and I did a lift. I don't know. Something weird feels. So I just got to stay off of it. And I don't want one powerful arm. I almost just kept going with my right arm.
Yeah, those are torture seats.
Oh yeah, some they make like micro bikini width. Is that's how long that's how wide the bike seat is. Yeah. So we'll go for about 22 more minutes. Go get it, homie. Thank you. Thank you, Joe. We're getting it in. We're making really good progress. Just got to stick with it.
Mr. Acaster is doing 3 shows next month. 1 LA and 2 New York.
Oh, there you go. Just getting on the bike is progress. Good for you, dude. Thank you, Joe. Yes, yeah. It feels good, too. Feels good to get it in the morning. You know, whatever happens during the day, good or bad, it's like, well, at least I worked out in the morning. I got it done and over with. I feel good. How much tension or weight do you put on the bike? It's It's one that has a fan. I don't know if I could tweak the intensity on this. I don't have that fancy of a bike.
That's why I walk outside. I never regret a walk.
I never regret a walk. Yeah, I love a good walk. The weather's been pretty nice in Michigan. I should get out and do an outdoor stream one of these days. Get to a park. You know, I'm trying to think of how I would record that. I need to get like a gimbal or something. But even then, I don't know. I just don't want to buy all this gear and then go for one walk and then my gimbal sits on a shelf as I stationary bike for the rest of it. The goal is like consistency for me. And nothing is more consistent than the stationary bike. I live in southeast Michigan. Everything's so flat. We don't have like good terrain. Everything's just so boringly flat. Great for driving. Very easy to drive around Detroit. It's the flattest ever. You don't have to drive up any hills or nothing.
Film your own face and it won't look as bad IRL as the blurry scenery.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll try that. I did do a test stream. It was just way too much like shaky cam. Like watching it back myself, I was like getting sick. So I was like, okay. You know, people who have like a steady cam as they're walking around the city, they definitely have a gimbal where it's like, it like auto adjusts to stay on focus as it like turns and shakes. That sounds amazing. Are you a Michigander, Polishins? That sounds hilarious. And yep,
yeah,
it
I
sounds
use a
fake,
filter
but you
on
know what?
Prism Live
It
that
sounds
makes it look
completely
all
real.
trippy, so the shakes are part of
It's
the
apparently
aesthetic.
sold out. Oh, I'm looking that up. I'm opening the incognito tab, and I'm looking that up. Get it, bro. Thank you. Thank you, Clark. Good morning. Thank you. Welcome to stream. Apparently it's sold out. What city did it say it was? I want to gauge. Let me try to guess. I'm originally from Florida. Okay. This sounds like a Western Michigan thing. My guess is Grand Rapids or something along Lake Michigan. If you find the article, Polishins. Or the TikTok, you said. Anyway, I'll look it up. I'll look it up. Yeah, I guess, you know, all the snowbirds, maybe you get a lot of Michigan news. Because a lot of people from Florida, you know. We have a large portion of people that, like, spend half their time in Michigan and half their time in Florida. I don't know where it's at, but I want to sign up to be a judge. I don't know. Is seeing a good b-hole
where the POO
or
comes
seeing
out.
1,000 bad ones?
No thanks.
I don't know. Yeah, that's where blue comes out. No thanks, exactly. Those judges are earning their minimum wage or whatever, if they get paid anything. They do it for the love of the competition. Sold out is actually crazy. Well, you could sell out 50 tickets. You know, I mean, now if it's like sold out and there's 4,000 people, that's crazy. But, you know, sold out could mean a lot of things. Maybe it's just at like a bar or something, like a very small dive bar. So they just like put the sellout number at the bar occupancy rate. That's not really that impressive. Any skeevy bar can have a wet t-shirt contest and sell out. You know what I mean? Yeah, a lot of weird competitions. I found the TikTok. Oh, hell yeah. Am I allowed to send a link? 1 second. I have it blocked for a lot of people. Let me... if you post just the last part of the link, like just the stuff after the slash, or spread it out, so like TikTok /v/ and then the code, but strip out the slashes. I see the weight differences in you, man. Hey, thanks. Yeah, it's been, you know, my body is starting to transform. Sorry, Pollutions. I have like an auto mod on, so I don't know how to like allow a person to send a link. I used to have like Chatterino. Damn it. Sorry, Pollutions. Yeah. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see if I can. Wait 1 second. Sorry. Can I like just allow you for like 60 seconds to send a link? Mod details. Anyway, sorry. I'll figure it out after. I might need to, you know, hop on the stream elements or something. Whatever I have my auto blocking send on. All good. It's just a funny thing. Yeah, I'll look it up. I'm sure I'll find it. But thank you. Thank you for looking it up. If I don't have the link blocking, a bunch of spam bots come in here and spam, you know, follower scams and stuff. Anyway. Woo! I looked at old pictures of myself. I found a picture of when I was 297. And honestly, I was like, did I download like a fat app? Because it was like, my head was like eggplant shaped. I was like, oh my God. So I'll post that. I'll post a side-by-side of that picture. I think I was just I had like just bought a new webcam. I was testing out the picture and it like saved in my OneDrive. And I was just going through, I was looking for a screenshot and I guess it saves to OneDrive now. And I was like, oh, what's this folder? And I saw that picture, just like a candid like stack of chins, just like one of my eyes is like half closed. I was like, holy shit. Because when you're in it, you know, you don't really notice the day-to-day progress. You know, in my mind, it still feels like I'm the same size I was, you know, when I was 27 pounds heavier. But that picture was like, oh my God. And that's when I was 37 pounds heavier. So that's, you know, crazy. So I'm still fat. You know, I wouldn't say, but we're definitely making great progress. You know, we were watching like old sitcoms and stuff. And the fat guy is always someone who's like, oh man, that guy's 210 pounds. What a fat ass. You really need to lose some weight. And I'm like, 210? I would love to be 210. And that's what they consider fat back in the day. The fat guy on shows is like a fit guy now. You know what I mean? Man. My brother-in-law, he lives in Thailand, and he's got like abs. and very fit, always been like skinny, you know, good with the gym, rides his bike all the time, looks really, really cut, and Thai kids make fun of him because they're like, he's got a belly, he's got a belly. And he's like, what? He's like, what the hell? Way to have total body dysmorphia, yeah. But it's just like so ridiculous. He's like, I've got abs. What do you mean I got a belly? I can't imagine when they thought when I went over there. But then you look at some of the people, especially like older people, and it's like, hey, you got fat people too. Don't act like you've never seen a fat person. I don't know. Oh no. Yeah, you know what? For me, Pollutions, the thing that made me go like, oh wow, is you know, Ellen wanted to go stand-up paddleboarding at the lake. I was like, I've done that plenty of times, you know. I used to go to like Boy Scouts camp and, you know, do the canoe and everything. And so, you know, Ellen gets her stand-up paddleboard, pedals out to the middle of the lake with no ease. Easy peasy. And I go, I'll be right behind you. And I am struggling. I cannot stand up for the life of me. I was like, just so out of shape. And then I fell in. And I'm like, I'm on the shallow end still. Ellen's in the middle of the lake. She's like, come on, what are you doing? And I was like, oh my God, I can't get out there. And I was just so embarrassed. And then I like couldn't stand up. Oh, here's Ellen right now. Well, no, I didn't want to tell you. Here's Ella. But anyway, I had to like hug the board to like even stay on it, and I was like using my arms, and my arms were like super sore, and so I was just kind of like around. No, it was like embarrassing for me because I like just didn't want to admit I was struggling. But now we could go paddleboarding.
Well, if it makes you feel better, when we went stand up paddleboard, it's one thing to be on a still lake.
Yeah.
Just like a small one, but when we went up to the UP and we're getting the flow from Lake Superior, which is essentially some people classified as a sea. Maybe fact check that, but I do. It's very powerful. I couldn't stand because the waves. So I had to kneel. So.
And Ellen got taken away.
It's a hard workout.
Yeah. So. But anyway, yeah. I love you. Good morning.
I heard you. I felt bad. You were.
Oh no, it's okay. It was more embarrassing than anything. It was like, wow, I really am out of shape.
I was
kind of like a. No. I was all for it because I had the hubris that I thought, you know, I could put on 100 pounds after high school and think I could do exactly the same activities. Anyway. Good morning.
Okay.
I love you. I'm almost done.
Oh, you're still.
Oh, yeah. Want to make some coffee?
No, I don't.
Oh, make some coffee.
Make some coffee, what?
Please.
I thought you were going to say bitch.
Oh, yeah. No. I love you. Anyway, so it feels good to that. Like basic, you know, outdoorsy things. It never feels good to not be able to do something. So with skiing, I completely understand. I've never been skiing. You know, I went to Michigan Tech, and we got like a free ski pass as part of our tuition. I never took advantage of that. I kind of regret that. I had like unlimited access to the ski hill during my time in the Upper Peninsula. And I never went even a single time. I was too busy playing video games and getting fat. Not like I knew how to ski or snowboard, but I mean, I had the opportunity. More so than I ever would now. You take some stuff for granted sometimes. Which is kind of like why right now, like, I'm going kind of hard on the workouts because, you know, my determination is so high. Who knows when I'm going to be out of this and, like, just give up. So, you know, strike while the iron's hot, lose as much weight as I can, get a good as many good habits as possible. Because who knows when I'm just going to be, like, in a super depressive mind and I just want to sit on the couch and not do anything. I don't know. It do happen. Oh, yeah. I totally get that. At the same time, Coalitions, I feel like it's like, you know, you build up a lot of stuff in your mind. It's like when you smoke weed, you get your anxiety spikes. You're like, do people know I'm high? It's like, no, not really. You being so worried about it is like drawing attention to it. But yeah, I get you what you're saying. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, same thing when I was on the stand-up paddleboard. People were like, what is this guy doing? They're like, does he know he has to stand up on this? And, you know, kids are splashing in the water next to me. And I can't even, like, make it out. You know, it's like, I would if I could. Big mistake. Kids splashing. Hey, what's up, Cheese Souffle? Good morning. What's up, big man? What's up, CZA? Good morning. Every day is a grind. Yeah, for sure. Getting older sucks, yes. Yes, it does. Oh, boy. I'm going to kind of stretch out my arm after this, see what's wrong. One second. I got 5 more minutes on the bike, or I got 2 more minutes on the bike, but TikTok is making me do a damn captcha. Okay, there we go. 2 more minutes on the bike, and then we're done for the day. You know, today was an all cardio day. I haven't done one of those in a while. But I think, you know, I went up on the 35s. Do you always go for an hour? Yeah, at least. Hour minimum. I have to hop in the shower and get to work after this. But, yeah, 7 a.m. Eastern time. Right before work every weekday. Sometimes I'll throw a weekend one in. And then I just go for an hour, yeah. Whatever I do, I kind of change it up. Woo. I like changed the atmosphere in this room. I gotta like figure out, you know, start popping open this window or something. Get a little breeze in here or something. Oh, my legs. You know, staying consistent is my #1 goal. Number 2, don't get injured. And I've been really bad with that one. Sometimes you just you try to go too hard. But injuring yourself, nothing puts a damper in your progress like not being able to work out something. Yeah, I used to be fully remote Polishins, and then we switched to like a hybrid thing. I actually, you know, some people go, oh, wow, you know, these stupid companies, but I really like the hybrid. So I go into the office 3 days a week, and I like the people I work with, so I get way more done when I'm like face-to-face. You know, I worked remotely, like mainly remotely for like 7 or 8 years, and it's great, amazing. I have an awesome home office. It's amazing to not have to deal with traffic, but damn, is it lonely. It is. It sucks. You know, you get in your head. You know, there's ways to change it up, and I would go out after and stuff, try to get in my social thing. But it's like, I imagine the only equivalent is like homeschooling. Man, there's ways to like curb that, but if you do nothing, it is the loneliest thing. Anyway, so hybrid, I guess is my answer. Hybrid is my preferred form. You know, you have the 2 days to do what you need to do, but you're still getting that face-to-face time. 5 days a week, yeah, I don't think there's any reason for that, but you know, whatever. All right, time to go in for work. Have a good rest of your days. Thanks for all the new follows. Thanks for all the nice comments. Lively morning today. You know, it's hard to wake up, but here we are. We're done. See you tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching. All right, here we go. Sweat check. Proof it's not all CGI. All right, see you tomorrow morning. See ya, Polishins. See ya, Biz. See ya, Bulk. See ya, Mr. Seeker. Chandru. Thick Rat. Thanks for watching. All right, catch you next time. Bye.